Hello, great people. I hope mko poa. I am Auntie Zippy. I do child and youth work and also journalism. Welcome to my YouTube channel, another episode of education news, updates, reforms, and concerns. Do you know up to now, 2 weeks down the line, 300, in fact over 300,000 Form 1 students have not reported to their respective secondary schools. This means many students are struggling to join Form 1. And according to news and data which I have gathered all over, it says that 86% of the students are the ones who have joined their respective Form 1 schools, or just any Form 1 schools wherever they are. And the government is trying to achieve the 100% transition rate. And they have even given the counties which are doing poorly when it comes to the Form 1 reporting. And that is the Mombasa County, the coastal counties, that is Mombasa, Kilifi, Lamu, Tana River, and another county is Nyandarua. They are not doing good in terms of 100% transition rate to Form 1. Now, that is not even the issue here. The issue is that every January my heart bleeds, and so many Kenyans feel it. Every January we see these cases year in, year out. Students crying to make awareness that I am a needy child and I'm not able to go to school. So and so help me. I've seen them tagging president, tagging senators, tagging governors, women rep. In fact, they are only tagging politicians and the influential people. Like I've seen them tagging Akode, I've seen them tagging Eric Omondi, and they are doing a great job. They are trying where they can, and they are using their abilities that God has given them. They have a big following. They are using that to create a change, and that is good. But that is not even the problem. We are not addressing the root cause of the problem. We are addressing the results, and we will never solve the problem when we are addressing the showing issues instead of focusing on the root cause of the issue. I have seen that during the financial year 2022-2023 in Kenya, 53 billion were given to the constituencies across Kenya. And out of this 53 billion, they are allowed to use 40% of this money to go to bursaries. 40%, if you divide 53 billion across all the constituencies in Kenya, and then 40% of that money to go to education, it means education has been allocated the most during the financial year 2022-2023. And we are still seeing these cases. I have also seen the PS for education saying that these bursaries, there is a corruption in it. Something is going on. And there is this foundation called Jomo Kenyatta. It's called Jomo Kenyatta Foundation. They are saying they want to bring on board this foundation to help in collecting data and coordinating bursaries, which is good. There is nothing wrong with that. We are moving in the right direction. But unless we address the root cause, we will never solve the problem, or it will take long to solve this problem. I've seen so many students crying out. One who made me feel so bad is that she said in her family, there is no one who has ever gone to high school. She will be glad to be the first generation in his family to go to high school. And it doesn't mean that family students have not been finishing class 8. They have been accomplishing, but they are not able to go to high school. The same students said they've tried applying for bursaries, for Wings to Fly, all the scholarships, but they've not been able to get. Let me tell you, that is just a representation of so many students who never get a chance to enter high school. A representation of what is happening daily in our communities, in our villages, and in our country. Ask yourself, how many cases happen every day and they never get the chance to get to the news or to get to the public domain, and they just die? Those students never achieve their goals, they never move forward. Why? Their stories never gotten attention. This is just a few out of many cases, and leave alone just education. I saw another boy saying he's an orphan and he has struggled even to accomplish class 8 and get what he got. My question is, as a country, I see the president and I am very much okay with that and I'm championing for that. The president, our president William Ruto, is championing for young people, investing in the young people. But young people most of the time is seen as the youth, but we forget about the children who are most vulnerable. We forget about them. What are we doing about it? The way we are struggling to find jobs for the youth, can we also try so hard to make sure our children get their rights, their basic need? How many children die of diseases? How many lack food? Education, I can categorize it as a secondary basic. But the basic needs is food, shelter, and clothing. How many children in our neighborhood lack this and we see every day, but we don't do anything? Or we are not even able to do anything? How many? These cases which come January is just a true representation of our country. Where we are, where are we investing as a country? Yes, the national government is investing a lot, but along the way, those who are supposed to get these privileges, they are not getting. Why? Because the money goes into the pockets of a few, or they are not able to get it because of corruption and system, the problem with the system and so many other challenges. I have seen also the saying that they are mopping up. They are sending officials to ensure that all children go to school. They are fetching the children wherever they are. But every day in the news, even in the bloggers, we are seeing children not able to go to school and crying out loud to be taken to school. Where are these officials searching the children from? It means that there is a gap, and I see a very huge gap. A very huge gap. Now that thing has been given attention just because it is Form 1. But how many drop out at class 6, at class 8, at Form 1, Form 2, Form 3? They are not able to pay that school fees and they are chased. The schools cannot run without school fees. Students need to pay school fees, especially for the private schools, to keep them in school. How many are chased and they are not able to go back to school due to school fees? And their stories never get out there. So many of them. And my heart bleeds to see this. There is a loophole somewhere. And I'm going to give my recommendations of what I think is the best. Even if we put up a committee to fetch these students from their homes, we are not solving the root problem. We are not. And this chain will just repeat itself. Have you ever seen a family where it is a circle of poverty? Why? Because we never invest in the young people to actualize their dreams. If children are not going to school, they are denied of their basic needs. They are not able to progress in life, to develop well. What will happen? They grow up to become thieves, to become meaningless people in the community, and the cycle repeats itself. Don't think Turkana is a very poor county. No, it's just that a chain of repetition of issues which affect them every day, and nobody is coming to create a change. That is why they are always marginalized, and they will remain marginalized until somebody decides to step the foot forward and create that change. What are we doing as a country? These are my few recommendations, and I feel if they are followed or somebody gets to hear this, they will help. In our country, there is the smallest unit of governance in Kenya, and that is the wards. Also, there are divisions, there are locations, sub-locations, chiefs and the sub-chiefs. We also have villages. Headmen are heading these units. If we can take another route of investing in using these other divisions, like which are headed by the chiefs, by the sub-chiefs, by the county commissioners, officials, children and youth officers, who else? The education officers in our districts, in our counties, it will come in handy. And let me make you see this practical. We are fetching these children using the bigger bodies. We are moving from top to bottom. If we move from bottom to up, we will be able to solve this problem once and for all, or even minimize. If we use our headmen, if we make use of the churches, we make use of our locations, our sub-locations, to fetch for these really needy children for education, it will work. Where those children go to school, school is another family, is another community. There are head teachers there, the class teachers, the teachers there, they know each and every student in and out, even their homes, their families, their abilities and their capacities. The schools themselves know. Why are we using somebody from outside to come and identify a needy child? Why can't we use the people who are at the ground level? Why can't we use the head teachers, the class teachers, the community elders to identify the really needy cases? One or two sources may lie, but when the same child is recommended by the church, is recommended by the headman, is recommended in the sub-location, in the location, is recommended by the school, that one will be a genuine case. But if we just come once, we form committees, we form programs to fetch these children just during the transition to Form 1, then we are not helping it. We are not solving the problem. Come next year, we will still have the same. And thanks be to the CBC. It is coming to finish this. We will have like 100% transition, but also there will be some loopholes. We need to close all the holes where the problems may come from. Those head teachers have been seeing them talking and saying how they have been supporting this child ever since they entered school. Their parents are maybe sick, they are not able, or they are orphans. Why can't we use the schools to identify the needy children from the word go, those who are transitioning to class A, to Form 1, to Form 2, so that we are able to help those who need the help? I hope this information gets out there, gets to the PS, to the CS, to the president, to the stakeholders, policy makers, those who implement and form policies. I will really be glad. And in our country is so funny, because we are championing for immorality. If somebody is twerking on TikTok, their video will be forwarded, will get so many likes. But Auntie Zippy here, who is talking about something good, just 2 views, 2 likes, and nobody even bothers to share. It's fine. But if it one day, one time gets out there, can we do the right thing? Can we normalize doing the right thing as a country? Doing the right thing as a person from an individual level. I know government is not responsible for our problems, but it is responsible to enable us to work for ourselves, to enable us to uplift our lives. Why can the systems do their duty? Why? That is a lot of money. Also, there this allocation of money for each and every child in high school, in primary. It is there. Why can't it get to the needy ones, to those who really need the money? Why? Because we are championing for evil, for corruption, and we have normalized that. We don't see anything bad in that. We are championing prostitution, people killing one another. But a person who is trying to bring morality and to stand for what is good, they are disregarded. They are nothing. Nobody cares about it. Bad news sells. I know that is the nature of news, but can we normalize doing the right thing? I usually tell my God, thank you, and I am doing my best. Even when I face challenges, I tell God, God, you know I do my vocation religiously. I answer to the call that you called me for religiously, and no matter what, I make sure that I live my calling. Can we live our callings? Teachers, chiefs, sub-chiefs, our president, the politicians. If you are going to become a politician, and that is the avenue you have to transform lives, to change lives, can you use that? I may not be able to sponsor somebody to go to high school, because even me, I'm struggling in my own way, and everybody is, but in our smallest ways, in our callings, can we try to champion for what is right? I have a voice to speak, and I impact life whenever I get a chance. And I do it every day. Myself, I run a program that I help children and teenagers realize who they are. I do career guidance and counseling, character development, mostly in churches and in schools, and also individuals. And I do it with all of my heart. There are cases where people come, they don't have money to pay, but I do it because I know it is my calling to do that. And that is what I can do for now. I may not have the money, but I have the voice, I have the talent, I have the skill. That is my profession, and I am happy about it. Together with journalism, when I couple them together, it's a good combination. And that's why I am doing this video today. Why can't you use your calling, your vocation, your purpose on this earth to create a change, to make a difference? If you are a politician, religiously answer to your call every day. Do your best. Do your best. If you are a teacher, do it. Religiously, do it. If we all own our professions, respect our careers, respect our vocations, and live our vocations, we will transform the world. But why? We are not doing it. We are not doing it. So, I challenge each and every one of us, you who is watching, I challenge you in one way or another. Through your calling, your talents, your skills, your career, your profession, try to make a difference. First, by doing the right thing. Championing for the right thing. Yes, that is the only way we are going to change the world. And the government, I know government is not a person, it's a system. Can we form these bodies? Can we form these departments where we are fighting for the needy children when it comes to education and health matters every day, not just once in a year? In January when they are joining Form 1, why can't we make good use of the children officers, the chiefs, the sub-chiefs, the community groups, and the society like the churches to get these needy cases? What happened to Plan Kenya? Wings to Fly, they give a lot of money, but I know not all those who get that scholarship are qualified for it or should get it. Many get it, but they are even able, but those who are really, really vulnerable, they never get it. Can we normalize doing the right thing? There are so many organizations, but they are there as a business. They use these children to get donors, to donate money. We use our children to look for money and we never help them. How many are they? In Kibera, in the slums, in Ushago, there are so many initiatives to help children, to help women, but they never do it. Why? Because it's a business. Fine, but at least in one way or another, in your smallest way, create a difference. Yes, let's learn to create a difference in our lives. Every day we wake up, we try to live our calling, and the best calling in the world, the best way you can get fulfillment in the world is by serving others. I'm not preaching here, but let us serve one another, and especially our children, because they are vulnerable. They don't have somebody to champion for them. They don't have the capacity to advocate for themselves. So I am advocating for them right now and challenging you to do the same. Let us help children actualize their dreams and become whoever they want to be in life, in their lives. And that way we will be changing and impacting the future generations. In 100 years to come, I will not be there. Maybe you will not be there. Yes, but what impact did we leave when we were living? That is the most important. Not the cars, not the money, but the impact you created for the people during your life on earth. And that's all for today. Let us live our callings. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You may forward, you may ask any question, you may comment, and I will be glad to respond. Support me by just liking and forwarding this video to somebody who needs to hear it. Thank you and bye-bye.